Good morning and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Oh, excuse me. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel. and coffee stream. And it's time for Mobility Monday. I hope you're all having a great time. So I hope everyone is ready for a wonderful day. I've got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about today. We've got, like a whole crap ton of things to talk about. But before we get into that, let's take a look at chat. Hello, Costin. The snow that remains on the ground is evil. Yes, it is. It is evil. Make it go away. Elwin, hello. I hope you're doing well. Susan, you're new here. Yes. I usually play a little bit of music before I start, just to let people start trickling in. So yeah, that's where I was. It was an intro thing. Spittlebuggies! Hello! Welcome to the show. I hope everyone had an alright weekend and that you didn't get too buried in snow if you were in an area that dumped snow on you. It was pretty windy yesterday. And I think it's still pretty windy today. Like I can hear the wind sometimes, like through the windows. It's kind of crazy. It's why did I mute? Hey, I muted you. Why did you still do the song? Hello? What's for sale? Well, it's a good thing I didn't put you on speakerphone. For how much? Wasn't that the tiny little house that you... How big was that place? Okay. Well, I'm live right now, so... Okay. Sorry about that, guys. We're in the middle of house hunting, so that was just kind of, yeah. Got a call. Pincalo just called me about a house. So, yeah. Fuck. God damn it. Now I'm totally derailed. Fuck. Okay. Where was I? Seriously, like I had the whole... I love you, honey. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm really not. Okay, maybe I am a little bit, because I actually had a good train of thought going, but... Yes, many things to talk about. Thank you, Elwin. So before we get into everything, over the weekend, I as I said on Friday, I've been being like bombarded by creepy people on Facebook. So I've started replying to any creepy people on Facebook with my Streamlabs link. Last night, one of them tried to like call me twice in a row, video chat. So Pincalo picked up my phone and he's like, here's the OnlyFans link. Send in a $5,000 tip or be blocked. And then they blocked me. It was great. They blocked me because I was like, no, stop harassing me. If you're gonna harass me, give me money. And they're like, yeah. It was funny. So I've been dealing with that nonsense for over the weekend. And literally I just set up the Facebook profile as an extension of the blind press stuff, like just sharing my Instagram posts and stuff on Facebook. And it's like, why do you guys feel the need to do this? And I've said that I was married like several times, and these people are just like, hey, sexy, want to have a hot chat? Like, it's like, or they're just straight up calling me without asking first. Or they'll call and then I won't answer, and then they'll like demand that I call them. It's like, you've been getting strange men following you on TikTok? Oh, that's weird. That is very strange. It's Can I show you a picture of my husband? So if you go to his TikTok, it's Driving Ape. He's around. You'll find pictures of him. Oh, your heat's broken? Oh, spittle buggies, that sucks. 55 Fahrenheit in your house? Fuck! Fairy kitten! Fairy kitten! Yay! So yeah, we've got lots to talk about, including a video on TikTok that I am very annoyed that I cannot show you because I tried to log in on my computer and the login button is broken with VoiceOver, so I can push login all day and it won't actually like activate. So I need a sighted person to click on the button for me, and the sighted person is not here. However, there's a video going around on TikTok. There's like this snippet from a news report that's being shared where there's like a doctor or something from the College of Physicians and Surgeons of Ontario, and apparently there's been a memo circulated where doctors are being suggested to doctors that they suggest like mental health support or like antipsychotic medication for their patients who do not wish to be vaccinated against COVID. He does have a beard. So it's really so I like, and I wanted to show you this video because I went and did some looking, and I don't know where to find this memo, because anything I look up to do with the College of Physicians and unvaccinated patients as of 2021, doctors are not supposed to pressure their patients into getting vaccinated. Or refuse to treat them. So I'm trying to understand where this is coming from. I figured maybe we could do a I figured we could look at this or do a bit of research together. I got the 3 COVID vaxes. No, it didn't block your COVID comment. There's a story. Yeah, they're saying that you should get a 4th shot, but I'm not. COVID-19 FAQs for physicians as of 3 days ago. Okay, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look and see what this has to say, because this is as of 3 days ago, and it's from their website, the CPSO website. So let's take a look at that, because like I am all for, if this is something that's being told, like that needs to be talked about. But if this is false information, that also needs to be talked about. Let's see, where's the FAQs here? COVID-19 FAQs for physicians, updated November 18th, 2022. A star and indicates a newly updated or added question. Okay. So physicians are working hard to support each other through and the public through this pandemic. Our goal is to provide clear information to help you exercise professional judgment, blah, blah, blah. Providing care. Are physicians able to practice outside of their usual scope of practice to help address the crisis being addressed by pediatric hospitals? Okay, that's not. Can I restrict in-person care to those that do not have any flu symptoms or those who do not have symptoms of COVID? No. No, you cannot. That should not even be a question. In the UK, they're pushing booster and an updated shot, bringing it to 5 during lockdown. Jesus, I thought 4th shot was only for people over 50. No, not anymore. Even my nan, who's 87, has decided to tell them to stick their jobs up their rear end. Oh, I bet. I bet. How can that be a question? How can I help alleviate the pressures on Ontario pediatric hospitals are facing? Seasick patients impossible whenever. The government has ended the mask mandates for most settings. What does this mean for my practice? As of June 11th, all mask mandates have been lifted for indoor settings with the exception of long-term care and retirement homes. Then why the fuck am I still being forced to wear masks when I visit my pediatrician's office? What if a patient refuses to wear a mask? If you have a policy that asks patients to wear a mask, it's important for patients to adhere to that policy. Some patients may have a health condition that may make it hard for patients to wear a mask. In that case, physicians must accommodate blah, blah, blah. How do I balance providing in-person and virtual care to my patients? I am seeing nothing I am seeing nothing about vaccine. Like, there's, okay. Pandemic-related practice issues. Okay, this might be where it is. Patients are asking me to support a medical exemption from COVID-19 vaccinations. What do I need to know? Patients may ask you to write a note or complete forms exempting them from getting vaccinated. If you are asked by your patient to provide information supporting a medical information support from a COVID-19 vaccine, your patient must have a valid medical condition that warrants exemption. Awesome! It's all gone. I have officially quit everything. I do not have regrets. 2.4 pounds. I can also run with Chip. He loves walks. He hates cold. You know what? That's awesome, dude. Sorry. Antipsychotics not going to magically make you want vaccines. Right. And I'm not seeing anything in here about that, but we'll keep reading and see. The National Advisory Committee on Immunization, the Ministry of Health, and some public health units have provided guidance in contraindications regarding COVID-19 vaccines. Okay. Where? What do I do if a patient has an expired health card or red and white health card? COVID-19 vaccines. Okay. Why should physicians get vaccinated? That's okay. Prescribing. I've read about some drugs that might prove beneficial in treating COVID-19. Should I be prescribing these as a precautionary measure? Oh, you cannot prescribe any of these drugs. So no prescribing anything. Because there's a shortage. Especially for yourself. Professionalism and complaints. What should I be thinking about as I engage on social media about issues relating to the pandemic? I'm literally seeing nothing. Nothing. And that was as of 3 days ago. I'm seeing nothing. I switched practices because of the mask thing. Apparently COPD isn't good enough. That's stupid. This is like, so as I said, I can't find anything that supports that video clip that's going around on TikTok. I can't. Unless those memos are not published on the College of Physicians website. But then why would the FAQ for physicians be posted and not the memo? Oh, outhouses suck in the winter. Especially when you have to poop and the toilet seat has ice on it. That really sucks. That is absolutely not a fun situation. So yeah, like I'm very confused because if that is a thing that's going on, that is horrible and needs to be shouted from the rooftops. But if this is a scare tactic, because I'm sorry, there is a crazy part of the right wing, and they're just as crazy as the left. So they could see, I could see a scare tactic here being made up. I don't know what to believe here, because in the looking that I've done, I cannot find anything that says, even as a suggestion, if your patients don't want the COVID-19 vaccine, you need to have a conversation with them about mental health support or antipsychotics. We just looked at the memo and the FAQ thing, and there's nothing about that. So, and that was updated as of 3 days ago. So I don't know exactly where this clip is coming from. And I will be doing more looking into this. Like I'll, if more comes out about this, then, and if any of you in Ontario see anything, DM it to me. And we'll cover it. But right now, this looks like a scare tactic. And like, seriously, screw you people for that, if that's what's going on. If this is a scare tactic from the right, it's just as despicable as any of the scare tactics from the left. Like, it doesn't make it okay. Like, we need to not be doing it. Just because one side is doing something stupid and bad doesn't mean we need to start doing it. So, like, that's just, I'm gonna keep an eye on that and see what's going on about it. And we'll, maybe more will develop, and we'll see what's to be seen about it. Now we are moving on to another article about disabled travelers, because it is Mobility Monday. So of course we have our disability topics. Because of my refusal to vax and boost, I haven't seen my GP in ages, and will most likely have to go through a full vax regime before I see them again. Ugh. However, I was able to donate blood throughout the whole deal. Oh, good. Oh, the interesting news that was actually news, however, was Toronto Health dropping all the mandates and saying, hey, all the ones we fired, you can come back. Ah! That's funny. That's amusing. That's too funny. So this is a CNN article. And again, it's about disabled airline travelers. Because it's a problem. Like, I see lots of articles like this and videos, on TikTok about disabled travelers, and I'm just like, maybe I don't maybe I don't want to be on an airplane ever. Like maybe it's a blessing that I've never flown on an airplane, and I I just, with all this bullshit, maybe I don't want to fly. Now, Elowen says maybe it'll help with the 21-hour wait. Pinkalo says it'll bring it back to 14 hours. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But it's. So this was published November 20th. Special assistance at airports has not yet recovered from the pandemic job cuts. CNN, as most people are excited to get back into the air, travelers with disabilities are finding things rather more difficult. Yeah, I haven't seen anything in any pre-COVID times that showed why, or that showed that disabled people were not exactly getting treated well, even pre-COVID. Pinkalo says this is why GTA is a horrible, shitty place. Too many people. Yep. Jaeger Pony! Oh, they also got rid of walk-in clinics except virtual visits. Wonderful. Wonderful. That sounds amazing. How the hell are you supposed to diagnose somebody in a virtual call? Remember, guys, this stream is brought to you by you. And if you wish to throw in a tip to blindpress.net, the Streamlabs link does work. And if you wish, you can make me exercise. So it's all to a good cause. And all of the tips will be going towards stream upgrades. A capture card, stream deck, and a new console. Delays, snafus, even lost and damaged luggage. Yeah, no, not just luggage, like mobility aids, wheelchairs, like multiple thousands of dollars of mobility aid. Like, don't slough it off as damaged luggage. Your wheelchair is more than luggage. I'm sorry. I'll have a virtual appointment with my neurologist on Wednesday, so I'll let you know. How the fuck are you? Okay. I don't know how a neurology appointment is supposed to happen virtually, but okay. Welcome to the world of travelers with disabilities who have been dealing with all of this for years. Yeah. It's, quote, it's definitely gotten worse since the pandemic, says Roberto Castagrini, director of Reduced Mobility Rights, okay, which advocates for disabled travelers. Staff shortages are not only having an impact on having enough assistance dedicated agents, he says. Where airports have seen shortages in security staff, there are very long lines to go through. Anyone who can't stand for at times hours, whether they're elderly, pregnant, or sick, has to request assistance, adding extra stress on a short-staffed system. The amount of crutches and artificial limbs we used to have in customer property office at LHR terminal. Ugh. I already asked how the hell it's supposed to work. They couldn't answer me. Oh, you had a follow-up appointment with your neurologist. Well, follow-ups I could see virtual. I could see a follow-up being virtual. But if you have to do any like assessing, I don't understand how that's gonna work. Because some of the assessments need to be done where like you push on the neurologist's hand with your hand or your foot so that they can determine how strong you are, or you're like the like if you shake or whatever when you push, like they can't see that over the phone. The pandemic saw the aviation industry hemorrhage staff worldwide amid a major cause of the chaos seen at airports worldwide in 2022. But it's not just the lack of manpower we're missing. There's a huge lack in corporate knowledge. Yeah. This is a first appointment, so I know they're going to drag me in for a physical exam. Yeah. Why bother with the virtual? I don't know. I don't know. Disabilities affect roughly 1 in 5 of the population, and there are many passengers who use special assistance while moving around airports. That could be someone with partially sighted needing guidance to the gate, someone with sensory issues needing help with page points such as securities or boarding, or a passenger that could maybe walk to the gate, but or a bad knee who could walk to the gate but can't do steps. Around 27 million passengers with disabilities flew through U.S. airports in 2019, according to the DOT. And with the system already under stress, the results can be devastating. Traveled by air 16 times this year, and only twice was the airline on time, says David Blunkett, a UK politician who serves as secretary and now serves in the House of Lords. Well, and like disabled passengers aren't just being like affected by the short staff. Like they're, like I said, like their mobility aids are being lost or damaged. They've got like staff damaging or losing wheelchairs. We've got people not allowing like guide dogs on planes. Like it's ridiculous. It's like we've backslid a whole bunch of years in rights of disabled people, and it's absolutely crazy. I don't understand why this is going on, but it is, and it's getting out of hand, quite frankly. Okay, so now we have a couple more stories to read. So where am I here? So we're looking at, so even disability, or even the disabled on Twitter are getting shrieky, and the disabled employees on Twitter apparently were forced to quit somehow. I don't know how, but let's take a look here. Apparently there are some disabled Twitter employees that are suing Elon Musk for their I guess like that hardcore thing that he said about. That's what made them have to quit, apparently. So here we have the article. Let's see. So, where are we here? So, yes, they are suing. Disabled Twitter employees are suing the they're suing this they're suing Elon because I don't know, he wants them to work. So Elon Musk's Twitter is being sued by disabled workers who say his recent demand for hardcore labor has forced them to quit. Why? You don't want to work hard? Because they were disabled or because they were cunts? Probably because they were cunts. The billionaire Twitter owner has cut at least half of the firm's 7,500 employees since purchasing the company in late October. In an ultimatum to the remaining employees this week, Musk said they would need to commit to working hardcore and working long hours. Those who were ready to commit should reply yes, and those who would not would be laid off with 3 months severance. 3 months severance? Yeah, exactly, glitched vision. It's like he wants people to actually do their job. And even if you're disabled, if you went out and got a job in the workforce and now you're throwing it away because he wants you to actually earn your money that you're getting for working there, screw you. Because there are a lot of disabled people that would love a job that aren't getting jobs because they're already either filled by asshole, bitching, whiny people like you who don't appreciate the job they have, or they don't want to hire disabled people, partially because they don't understand how to interact with disabled people, and partially because of whiny, bitchy assholes like you who make things hard for them to hire disabled people. Please let me have your job. I have a degree in IT. Just pass that off right here, right? Exactly. It's so frustrating. The response to this motivational push was less than overwhelming and positive. So much of the workforce reported that they did not respond to the email that Twitter closed offices until Monday, as it teased out who should still have access to company facilities. Handling a new wave of voluntary employee applications. Oh, temp jobs. Or defections, sorry. So all the temp workers are defecting. Ooh. A class action lawsuit was filed Wednesday in a San Francisco courtroom, or federal court, on behalf of engineer and manager somebody who had asked to work remotely because he was at greater risk for catching COVID. Borodinko was laid off in the company earlier this month after working on Twitter since June 2021 because he opted to work from home, according to the lawsuit. And he's accusing the company of violating state and federal laws. There's no state and federal law that allows you to work from home. Even the ADA hasn't been updated to include that as a reasonable accommodation. So, yeah, well, too bad, so sad, have a nice day. They can't sue an employee for firing. They didn't even get fired, though, honey. They quit. Those who know me know that I'd love nothing better than to watch capitalism burn, but this isn't the way to make change. This just comes off as whiny self-entitlement. No, see, capitalism is like there I don't agree with disabled people that don't like capitalism. I understand why they don't, because of the whole disparity between like disability pensions and benefits and working people. But at the same time, I also have the argument that without capitalism, disabled people wouldn't have the technologies that we do now. We wouldn't have the laws that we do now that help protect us. We wouldn't have the agency that we do, the advocacy skills that we do because of that. I don't. Disabled people that don't understand disabled people that disagree with capitalism don't understand what capitalism is, says Pinkala. Yeah. I think a lot of people have this view of capitalism, and yes, I'm going to go to Star Trek here, but I think they have this view of capitalism like we're all living on the Ferengi planet, and like it's ultra mega hyper capitalism where like you can't be sick, you can't do this or that without paying forever. It's not like that's not how we actually live. And we kind of need to remember that. I did computer repair, and then Chromebook came out and made the piece jobs not worth it. Yep. Yeah, look at the historical silence. Yeah. Various forms of socialism preferred the old yellow treatment, like Sweden, USSR, Germany, Spain. Yep. So forced to resign. Musk appeared to soften his tone on remote work on Thursday afternoon, sending a follow-up email to employees, adding that all he required from them was excellent contribution, stating that staff should be having meetings with their colleagues at least once a month. However, the lawsuit maintained that many disabled employees that have and would continue to perform their jobs successfully, they would not be able to meet the newer high standard of perfection of productivity. Thus, many disabled employees have felt forced to resign, the lawsuit stated. That's stupid. That is basically saying I'm disabled, so therefore I have no chance in doing anything hard, so I quit. That's stupid. See, socialism is different than communism, though, Glitched Vision. I sure as hell wouldn't go to Beta Z, that's for sure. But I wouldn't go to Ferenginar. It's the female nudity, isn't it? It's probably the female nudity, but Beta Z weddings, everybody gets to be naked. The lawsuit added that Musk's requirements and culture of overworking, you mean a full 40-hour work week, does not allow for a reasonable requirements for accommodation for people with disabilities. You know that people who are disabled could work a full 40 hours, right? A lot of us, like, if you could, if you could, if you could, like, figure out how, because I know that there are some people that their disability and whatever makes them exhausted. But if you're working from home, like, I know somebody who is right now trying to get diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. She is constantly tired and constantly in pain. She works a full-time job. She works it remotely, but she works a full-time job, and she takes care of her daughter and her pet dog. And she's totally like, she's blind. Well, she's got a little bit of vision, but she's not like, yeah, the last thing I want to see is your naked father. Ah! Oh, fuck the Duras sisters. Not literally, but there are much, much hotter Klingon women. Like, the chick that Quark fell in love with. And I forget what her name was. Yeah, okay, Lursa, maybe, but B'Etor, no. B'Etor is just terrifying. Or the Klingon chick that hit on Riker. Or the chicks that hit on Riker. They would like to know if you would endure. Grilka! Thank you, Jaeger Pony. Grilka. No, not Ezri. Fuck Ezri Dax. You need Jadzia. Jadzia is the best Dax. The suit added that the sheer number of layoffs massively put pressure on the number of remaining employees. No, they weren't. Staff were told they were expected to work 24/7. No, they weren't. She is the hottest of the Daxes? Who, Ezri or Jadzia? Because Jadzia is pretty damn hot and a lot more intelligent, which makes her extra hot to me. Ezri to me is just kind of like, I'm here. Oopsie, I made a mistake. Ah. That's just me, though. So, yeah, that's what's going on with disability Twitter or disabled Twitter employees. They're just as whiny and stupid as the able-bodied ones. And now we move on to a story that shows that even a disabled person could be a drug mule. Let's take a look, shall we? Let's take a quick look here at this story. And this is why it makes me giggle when security people don't want to check, like, disabled people's stuff. for their mobility devices or their canes. Because of stuff like this. Okay. Twitter says they need to work hard 40 hours a week on a schedule, fucking babies, right? Jadzia is the hottest, but Esri has the cute hair. Yep. We have found more pills and crotches and chairs. Yeah. We always have a medic to check all meds. Let me put it this way. When I came back from TwitchCon, it would have been so easy to smuggle some good Cali weed back with me. That's funny. That's funny. Okay. Let's take a look here. Hidden cocaine hindered wheelchair, says agents. Something seemed to be keeping the wheels on an arriving passenger's wheelchair from turning, customs agents noticed. Gee, why is that wheelchair moving really weird? So they x-rayed the wheelchair and reportedly found the problem. 28 pounds of cocaine stuffed into the wheels. Oh my god, that's insane. 28 pounds of coke. Just stuffed into the wheels. See, I'd be stuck for hours getting my meds all checked. Yeah. Yeah. Same here. That's crazy. The ABC 7 reports the stash has a street value of about $450,000, according to a statement by Customs and Border Protection. The passenger, who is from the Dominican Republic, was arrested on November 10th on suspicion of the importation of a controlled substance and placed in the custody of Homeland Security investigations. Federal prosecutors in New York will handle the case. The agency calculated 28 pounds of coke is enough to be about enough for 6,000 lethal doses. That's crazy. That's $450,000 sounds like a great way to say screw you to ODSP, right? Well, that's just an impressive use of a wheelchair. Yeah. How big were those wheels? I don't know. That's like an Archer when they made the body cast of coke. Yeah. Yeah. That was, oh man, that was too funny. All right. So this video that I popped up, that I watched a year ago when it came out, popped up in my feed, and I wanted to show it to you guys because I'm pretty damn sure it's about Rattlehead. Now that I remember this video, I'm pretty damn sure that this is about Rattlehead or Sightless Combat. I can't remember which one this is, but this is V covering the blind gamer playing MK at a pro level. So I really think this is either Rattlehead or Sightless Combat, which is really cool. So we're gonna take a quick look at this video.
This video was requested by a Patreon, and I think it's a change of
Oh,
pace
the
from
good
the
old
usual
V.
doom and gloom that I have on my channel. Now, even if you don't appreciate computer
Okay.
games or you're not interested in the esports scene at all, you might still find this video very interesting because honestly, I find it quite motivational. Now, most of the esports scene is incredibly sanitized.
It really is. It isn't. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Any sort of
You can't
banter or any
censor.
sort of jokes are completely frowned upon.
Yeah.
Doing
No shit talking. No swearing at each other. You can't do that anymore.
anything that's considered to be unprofessional will get the player to have to pay a fine. A perfect example of this happened a couple of months ago when a Hearthstone player, because he was tired, decided to rub his eyes. And they interpret that as
Romanian
a
accent is
racist
sexy.
gesture because his opponent was Asian. And him rubbing his eyes made his eyes look Asian, I guess. And they considered that racist, and they
you don't think
decided to
he
fine
realized
the
it was
player.
me? Oh.
I mean, that is unbelievably stupid. Every time I take a shit, I squint my eyes. Am I racist towards Japanese people every time I go to the bathroom?
Oh my god, V. You're too funny. I forgot how crazy
It's
he
complete
is.
nonsense. But you kind of understand the atmosphere in the esports scene. People are terrified. They're afraid that any banter that they will do or any sort of gesture that might seem out of place will get them fined. And usually these fines go up to thousands of dollars, so people try to avoid them. As such, the esports scene is so sanitized that it's completely boring to watch.
It is, because now, like, when you do when you watch like MK and whatever, you can't even shit talk. You can like now you see commentaries like, oh, he's looking at him, he looks mad. It's like, ooh, he's looking at his opponent. Oh boy, that's intimidating.
It doesn't feel like gamers playing video games. It feels more like some corporate bullshit that has managed to appear. And the only the only video game scene that is spared from this is the fighting game community.
I would say that it's not spared from it though, V, because there's still like, it's a lot more cleaned up than it used to be.
Now, the fighting game community usually takes place at EVO, which is a big fighting game competition. And maybe because most of the people there are minorities, usually Black people and Asian people, social justice did not have
or Latinos
a powerful way in. And you can still have a lot of banter, a lot of shit talking, and it genuinely feels as if I'm watching gamers playing video games.
It does still feel that, even though it's been cleaned up and sanitized, even the fighting game side. You are back, Spittle Buggies. So basically, resting bitch face is now a crime? Yes. Yes. But yeah, even though the fighting game community has also been sanitized a bit, it's still better to watch than other parts.
You get awesome moments with people smashing their controllers in rage, people doing heavy banter towards one another, and even my favorite moment, whose bitch this is.
Sit your ass down, boy.
Oh, yes.
Who else got some money on me? Who got some money on me? Who got some money on me?
I love fighting games. This is why I actually go play in an awesome tournament.
What is going on? What the fuck is this? Go business things. Go business things.
Oh my god.
I mean, just so we're clear, for me, it's far more entertaining to watch something like this than to watch two people having poker face while playing Hearthstone.
Right? Holy shit, how boring is that?
Just so you can understand how over the top Blizzard is, there was this StarCraft player that had to face off against a female opponent. And when asked on Twitter how he feels about the match, he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna rape her." And in StarCraft, like, raping your opponent is something that's said all the time online. It's like,
it's not just in StarCraft. That term is in gaming. It is like, it's everywhere.
like, oh, I raped you. It's not something that is a major thing, but
No,
apparently
it's not.
for the judges of that competition, it was. They allowed the matches to go on. And after he beat that girl, I believe the score was 2-0, the judges then decided that she will get the win because he's going to be disqualified
Because of
since
what
he said the horrible R word on the Twitter.
Come claim me.
So their competitions, again, are very sanitized compared to what you see on Evo. But I don't want to focus on the social justice aspect and, you know, the political correctness. I want to show you other things that happened at Evo, which are incredibly astonishing. So I'm going to show you 3 people that competed at Evo, which you would definitely not expect. The first competitor is an 8-year-old kid.
Holy
and
shit.
You gotta understand.
I thought you had to be 16 to play at Evo. How the fuck did that happen?
This is a place where the best of the best are gathering to play in a tournament. He was playing against some of the top Marvel vs. Capcom players in the world, and he was doing amazing. And it was hell playing against this kid, because if you manage to win, everyone would start booing at you because you're beating an 8-year-old kid.
Right.
But if you were losing, again, everyone would lose all respect for you because you lost to an 8-year-old kid. Obviously, this happened all the way back in 2011. The kid is a lot older now, but it was still an amazing thing to see all these grown-ass men getting their ass handed to them by this little kid.
MODOK can power up his attacks by landing his Analyze Cube move.
Yes.
Ooh, so smart to keep the hitboxes of Hulk out with the shield.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, right under
Here we go.
Sentinel.
So funny. I think under normal circumstances, the crowd would be going nuts for this MODOK play, but they are noticeably silent, just waiting for Noah to get that hit. And here we go.
They don't want it.
Exactly.
It's really hard.
They don't know who to cheer for. They're like, do I cheer on the kid? Do I cheer on the adult? That year was sponsored by Epstein.
Play MODOK for real, because it's very punishable on reaction by a lot of characters' supers.
Yes, although I don't think Sentinel can punish it that easily on reaction. So, pretty good. Oh, and the crowd's starting to boo. They are not liking this runaway.
He's being
not running away.
booed.
He's waiting out the X Factor.
Yes,
and that is smart on anyone's book. You have to respect waiting out the X Factor.
Yeah. You definitely can't argue with that.
That's
and now it's going in. The X Factor's gone.
Yes, and unfortunately.
Now, being a kid is not a disability.
No.
It was just shocking to see someone so young go up and play against some of the best people in the world who have decades of experience at playing fighting games and going to other tourneys. However, the next guy that I'm going to talk to you about does have a disability. See, he can't hold a controller with his hands. And as such, he plays with his mouth.
Oh, Brawly Legs.
And he is one of the best Chun-Li players that exists
Street
in
Fighter.
the state.
That's
it is absolutely amazing to see him play and see how he manages to completely demolish his opposition.
Brawly Legs is insane. And he actually he destroyed Low Tier God, which is, well, it's probably not that hard to destroy. I don't think I've never played against Low Tier God, but yeah, he destroyed Low Tier God, and Low Tier God got all kinds of crazy salty about it.
He has been an inspiration to other people in the fighting game community by showing that if you really want to do something, there is no excuse for not to do it and be good at it. I mean, playing a game with no hands is an accomplishment in and of itself, but this guy isn't just playing the game. He is the best at doing it. And because of that, a documentary was made about him.
I bet his GF lost his tongue.
I didn't want people's pity when they saw me playing. I wanted them to see, man, this guy's really good. I want to be a good symbol to other players. I want to be something that they can aspire to when they have trouble. Hey, I can't hit this combo.
You really touch your campaign.
Maybe I have problems, playing on the right side or left side. I always tell them, hey, if I could do it, man, you can do it. And that really resonates with them, and they say, you know what, you're right. I have nothing to complain about.
He goes by the name of Broly Legs. Yep. He's well established in the fighting game community, and you guys should check him out.
He's awesome.
Now, as impressive as it is to be able and play.
Oh, you gave Broly Legs his copy of Street Fighter V? That's awesome, Glitch Vision.
With no hands. It's still kind of sort of believable. Even if I wouldn't see it and someone would tell me about it, I would be like, yeah, well, that's impressive. I wouldn't just doubt its existence. But the next player, you will not believe until you see it. His disability should make it completely impossible to even play the game, let alone be at a tournament and beat up other people who don't have his disability. The next player is a guy who is completely blind. He cannot see, and yet he managed to play at the Mortal Kombat 9 tournament.
Yep, this was Rattlehead.
And was
it's MK9. This is Rattlehead. So this is, I think he got Pat to top 8.
Completely decimating his competition until an asshole fought against him. And
and
use a cheap tactic in order to be able to win. Now, the way he managed to play was by picking a character which had a teleportation ability that would teleport them behind the opponent. So he would always know where his character is on the screen.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't able to use this ability, he would just fire a projectile. And by listening to the time it takes from his character firing the projectile to actually hitting his opponent, he would have this sort of in-game sonar where he would know where his opponent is located.
It's not just that. You could hear like the footsteps. You could hear everything. Like it's not just the it's not just the firing of the projectile. It's not just using the teleport. You can literally hear the footsteps. It's one of the things that NetherRealm does so well with their games.
And as I mentioned before, he was doing quite well in the tournament. He was beating able-bodied people left and right until he met an asshole. Now, what the asshole did is he mirror matched him.
Oh, the blind person's bane. The mirror match.
He picked the same character as he did, meaning the sounds were identical.
Yep.
And the guy got confused, didn't know what was going on the screen anymore, and lost miserably. Obviously, the entire stage was booing at the guy. But again, it just goes to show that with enough determination, anything is possible.
Yep.
If a blind guy can play fighting games, which are a very difficult genre to learn, then there is really no excuse for other people not to do whatever they want. All you need is willpower and determination.
This is it.
So here we go. This is the winners finals.
So yeah, he made it to winners finals at EVO. Rattlehead did, and he got mirror matched.
How do you do your button checks? You can't see.
I don't know.
You think somebody would try to switch his buttons like a razzle dazzle on him?
He has no coaching here. He is totally playing blind. This supposed to be a button check.
Is he doing a button check with not even his character? You cannot be serious.
He is.
Awesome.
This guy is amazing.
Rattlehead is the shit. He's fucking with his opponent right now. Oh, it didn't. I never had a chance to play MK9.
I bet he has the whole selection screen.
How does he know? How did he even know he was Kung Lao?
Because it's...
Maybe there's a character.
He is a humble guy, man. Like, Rattlehead is great.
Button has a different sound effect.
What if Denzel does some Bush League stuff here and says, no, I'll help you out, man. That's buttons wrong. You think Denzel will be booed for eternity?
I think Denzel would not be allowed to show himself. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, it didn't have walk sounds? That sucks.
I don't like this. I don't like when you change.
Didn't they change the rules about mirror matches with blind people in tournaments? I don't think so. You know, I wish more people would get in and watch some of the tournament things you guys do on Sunday. Oh, Sunday night fights? Yeah. It had better gameplay than both X and 11 had combined. You know what? I would like MK12 to be kind of like the best of all 3 games, I think.
Giratina.
That's awesome.
This is awesome.
What an
So-
interesting situation for Denzel, because you have no idea what you're in for. He's obviously not going to play like everyone else.
Yeah, and
Obviously going to have some.
he's in a. Denzel's in a lose here. He's in a winner's fight. Lose. I mean, this
Here we
guy
go.
though, he plays on sound. How did he know the bomb was there?
I'd rather watch the blind fighting tournaments than the regular ones.
What are they doing?
No, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
All right.
How did he even know to move off that bomb?
Can you imagine? You're blind and all you hear is, "Ee." And if you get hit,
How do you know
lost
when you
the
do it or they
entire-
did it?
And then you know if you get hit, you've lost the entire round.
Denzel is sabotaging this by mirror matching him.
Yep.
What do you think the scariest sound effect in the game would be if you're blind? Would it be Cabal's? You know he's coming for you.
Now, I hope I managed to serve my Patreon, who wanted to start making YouTube videos, and he wanted me to give him some motivation.
This
so I
is-
decided to make this video. I'm not very good with the Fifis aspect.
The Fifi's aspect. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that was. How do you know the bomb was there? I kind of want to punch these guys. Yeah. Yeah, the commentators were kind of stupid. Those were not the commentators that were at MK9 Evo are not the commentators that are at Evo now. Those guys were stupid. Yeah. That was. How does he know? But that kind of brings me to the end of what I have for you guys. I do have a little guy homesick, so I shouldn't be on too much longer. Because let's see. It would be hard to put up an anti-mirror match rule for the blind. I would not want that. I would not want an anti-mirror match rule. I think that a mirror match is a valid strategy to win. And especially now that the vibrations and stuff happen in the controller when you get hit, it's easier to play a mirror match than it used to be. And I think that if you consider yourself to be at least a halfway decent gamer as a blind person, you should be able to at least hold your own in a mirror match. If you can't win it, fine, but at least fucking defend yourself. Do you know what I mean? At least try. At least put in the effort and attempt to do it. It's a strategy that's more psychological. It works on anyone, to be honest. It does. When I watch Super's videos and he gets mirror matched, he's like, shit, which one am I? You know, like, and he has to visually tell which one he is. So it's absolutely a valid strategy. You know, so, and quite frankly, as a blind person, I feel even better when I win a mirror match, because not only did I win a mirror match, which makes me the better player, but I won it blind. So, yeah. That's my take on it. Well, my friends, I'm going to end the YouTube stream here. I will probably do a TikTok live stream later today, and I will be on Twitch tomorrow morning for Beat the Blind Girl. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Stay warm and dry, and I will see you on Twitch tomorrow. Have a great one. Bye, everybody.